job that I have longed for centuries, is our guest this morning.
Are you sure you've been longing for it?
Well, maybe not centuries. But
maybe just minutes. Yeah. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good,
As you
good.
can tell. Would I have given you that kind of an intro if I wasn't doing well?
No, I guess not.
No, I wouldn't have. So we're going to talk today about Don't Drink the Water and some other upcoming events at Paradise
absolutely.
Center for the Arts.
Absolutely. Don't Drink the Water, Woody Allen's, it's actually Woody Allen's first play on Broadway back in the early to mid 60s, and it was a big hit. Critics loved it, loved his sense of comedy and timing, and we're doing it at the Paradise, presented by the Paradise Community Theater. And we have 3 more performances this Thursday, the 24th at 7:30, Friday also at 7:30, and Saturday the 26th at 7:30. So we have that consistent time there. Thursday's performance will be ASL described, American Sign Language described for the deaf. And it is a very funny show. Our audiences have been laughing, applauding between scenes, and generally having a really good time. So we're hoping that audiences will come out and cheer us on for our last 3 performances. It really is a very, very funny show.
It's a romantic comedy, right?
Well, it is a romantic comedy. It takes place in an embassy, in an American embassy in a fictional country somewhere behind the Iron Curtain, and we've updated it to the 1980s, so it's really at the height of the Cold War, sort of the Reagan-Gorbachev era, and a lot of the references that were 60s references when the play came out had been updated to 80s references, so the audience, those of us who were back, who knew what was happening in the 80s, will get the jokes. And so this family, Cordy's giving me a look here.
Well, I don't know if I was around in the 80s.
Oh, you were around, trust me.
I was around in the 60s.
Well, you were around in the 60s, yeah, but, well, maybe.
1966, November 17th, it's made its debut on Broadway.
Right, okay.
November of 1966.
That's all.
I think.
Yeah, a heck of a long time
I think that's
ago.
what it says on your website. Yep,
Okay.
November 17th, 1966.
There we go then. So anyway, this family bursts into the American embassy. They're steps ahead of the police. They were being chased down because they took some pictures of something they shouldn't have. And they get holed up in the embassy while the somewhat incompetent ambassador's son, who's been left in charge, tries to figure out a way to get them out and get them home. And the husband and wife kind of galump around the embassy. They generally make nuisances of themselves, and the husband is a really feisty caterer from New Jersey, and he manages to insult a visiting sultan and incite a mob riot, and generally cause a lot of havoc. And but in the middle of all this, there is the romance of their daughter falling in love with the ambassador's son, and it's really very sweet. So
even
it has
though the
that.
ambassador's son is kind of a nincompoop.
Well, he's a bit of a nincompoop, but he's in a very sweet way, and and somehow the daughter thinks she can take him under her wing, and so this very romantic thing happens in the midst of all the silliness.
She thinks she can change him so he will no longer be a nincompoop.
Well, I think that's the idea. So that's what women do. They try to change men. They take on a project. It's happened to me a gazillion times.
Gazillion?
A gazillion, yeah.
Seriously?
Well, I say that in an exaggerated way.
Yeah,
Talk to some of the women I used to date.
Gazillion.
They'll deny it, but yeah, they all wanted a project.
Wow. Again, this is.
Well, we're getting into territory we shouldn't talk about.
No.
Yeah.
Don't Drink the Water, again, is the name of the play.
Mm-hmm.
Does that name at all coincide with this?
Well, no. I think what Alan was talking about was the very popular reference once. If you go to a foreign country, don't drink the water because you'll get Montezuma's revenge, and that's the reference.
Right.
Be careful when you go abroad, essentially. So I think people used to say that. I don't think they do anymore because everybody carries bottled water everywhere they go.
Do you remember what the name of the country is that they're in?
I don't think it's named. It's not named.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not named at all.
We're going to visit more with Carter about some of the other events coming up. We got some great Christmas productions at the Paradise, and you can get your tickets online now. It's awesome.
Yes, you can.
We'll talk more about that when AM Minnesota gets your tickets for Don't at the Paradise community theaters Friday night, Saturday night at 7:30, and again tomorrow night's is ASL interpreted.
That is correct. ASL, American Sign Language Interpreted for the Deaf. So yes, come on out. We have our final 3 performances of this very, very funny comedy. A lot of laughs. Our audiences have really been enjoying themselves over the last weekend.
And we all need more laughter in our lives.
Yes, we do. We do. It's a crazy world, and it's good to sit down for a while and forget your troubles and find something to laugh at. And this Don't Drink the Water really offers you a chance. It really offers you a chance to laugh at the foibles of other people and the crazy situations that people get into.
Just a couple hours long?
Yeah, it comes in at 2 hours. Exactly. You know, I do my 8-minute curtain speech, and then you have 2 hours of a show, and we're down by 9:30. So it's a nice, tight evening. Yeah.
And you can either have supper before or after the performance.
Yeah.
All kinds of good places around.
Right, and I will tell you,
parking is free.
Parking is free. You don't have to pay. Our friends at Alexander's are offering a drink and appetizer special, so you will find that printed on your ticket when you make your purchase, and you can head on around there and get a half price drink or appetizer after the show.
And clearly within walking distance.
Clearly right around the corner, within walking distance. It's an easy hop from the theater, and the special is good through the run of the show, so it goes through Saturday night, the 26th.
Might want to take advantage of that, folks.
Yeah.
Again, this is a Woody Allen production. I didn't realize this was the first one.
Yeah, it was his first
Broadway
Broadway play. And he was launching his movie career at the same time, but I don't know that he's ever had anything else on Broadway in the theater, because he got so involved with his movies. But I would have to look that up. But yeah, it's really sparkles. He was doing stand-up, and he was writing for people like Sid Caesar and Your Show of Shows and Caesar's Hour before he hit it big in films. And so there's a lot of that really tight, really witty repartee, and the kind of thing that he polished in his writing for television translated very well to the stage.
Very zany.
Very zany. It's very zany. Well, you've got a couple of people, in a communist country, generally making things difficult for the ambassador and the ambassador's son.
Well, they think these guys are spying, right?
They think they're spying. The Russian, yeah. The agent's name is Kojak, and he thinks
not Kojak.
Not Kojak, and he's got hair, but yeah, one letter different. Yeah, Kojak thinks they're spying because they took pictures apparently of. I think in the film version with Jackie Gleason, it was a missile installation or something. But they were just being tourists.
That's not really as far-fetched as you might think, though.
Oh, probably not. Probably not. I mean,
yeah,
there's all kinds of things I would imagine that people wouldn't want you to take pictures of in the old Soviet Union or in any of the old East Bloc countries.
Back in those days. But this was, did you say Jackie Gleason? This was a film?
It was a film. There was a film version with Jackie Gleason. Came out almost on the heels of the success of the play, so it came out in the late 60s. And then it was redone as a TV version with Woody Allen himself playing the role of the caterer, and I think Michael J. Fox playing the son of the ambassador.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
So, yeah. But that one was very funny as well. That came out mid to late 90s. So, you can probably find them both on YouTube or possibly on Netflix. So, if you can't make the play, check those out.
Yeah.
But we want you to come and see the show.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of fun live. And there's something about the live experience that is a lot more fun than just sitting by yourself watching the tube. There's something about communal laughter that is infectious and funny, and when you're sitting in a crowd of people and you're all enjoying yourselves, it just spreads. It just spreads. And so
I did want to touch on, Carter, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
The ability now to purchase tickets online.
Yes, you can. You can.
It's pretty awesome.
You go to our website, ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org, and you can purchase tickets for this or any of our upcoming 2015 shows, and we've got a lot of them left. You can purchase them online. Our banner has been. We put a lot more new things on the banner on the top of the webpage. So you will see Don't Drink the Water, but you will also see upcoming things like Z Puppets Rosenschnaz, our upcoming family show. They call it Monkey Mind Pirates. Tim Harmston and Shannon Paul, the comedians, are going to be here October 9th. Our Elvis Tribute Fest, October 10th.
That'll be huge.
That'll be huge. Yeah, we've got 4 bands right now. We're shooting for 5, all paying tribute to the King. So we've got the 8th Street Band with Chad Johnson, and Barb Piper is going to be playing, and a couple other good ones too. So we'll leave you a few surprises there, but it's going to be a good evening. It's going to be a good evening. That's Saturday, October 10th.
There's an artist that transcends generations.
Yes, absolutely. Elvis. You know, who else can you say that, you know, somebody has left the room and everybody knows immediately who you're talking about, you know, or Elvis has left the building, I guess is the saying.
No.
So, yeah.
Beatles would be another one that
Beatles,
transcends generations.
Springsteen, I think at this point, you know, as time goes on, he's that same kind of iconic artist.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I was doing an Augsburg Carleton football game last Saturday.
Oh yeah.
They were playing a lot of the Boss music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before the game, I thought,
Man
wow,
of the people.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, we'll have the Elvis tribute on October 10th, and then Sounds of Simon and Garfunkel on Saturday the 24th. Sounds of Simon. So we're a lot of good stuff, a lot of tributes to artists of the past, and so yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Come out, check us out online, ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Or, you know, phone us for information, 507-332-7372.
There is a processing fee for doing it online.
There is a processing fee for doing it online.
Yeah.
And a processing fee for phone.
So it's going to cost you $3 more for the convenience.
It's $3 for the order, as opposed to $3 for the ticket. So yeah, we do charge for the, you know, the convenience of online purchasing.
Just so people know.
Just so people know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you want to avoid that, you
come in, you know, come in person. If you want to, you know, pass on the fee, come in person. And you know, talk to us about anything. You know, we love chatting with our public.
What's in the gallery right
now? The gallery, we just changed it over, and I don't know all the artists' names, but there's a lot of good abstract stuff hanging right now. And in the main gallery, in the Vernesh boardroom, we have an exhibit called In Plein Air, or in French, En Plein Air. Which means just paintings that were done, you know, out of doors. You know, people go outside, set up their easel, and paint whatever they see.
Man, you see that a lot I saw that a lot in Europe.
Yeah, and in fact, we're going to be doing a little bit of that on October 3rd when we get together with the Chamber to help with the Fall Festival. We're going to have several artists outside painting on Main Street, or on Central Avenue, I should say.
A couple of years ago when I was in Prague, there were lots of people on the historic bridge there that would, you know, do little caricatures of you.
Oh, sure.
Party.
Yeah, and I think that's much more popular in Europe than it is in the States. I mean, I don't know where you see that in New York. You know, if you're walking around Manhattan, you don't see too many people out there with easels unless they're in Central Park or something. But yeah, that's something we enjoy doing here. And so also in the Krieger Gallery, we've got an exhibit by a young girl, 11 years old, named Avalon Edge. She's a student at Kenyon Wanamingo High School or middle school, and so she does collage work that's really sweet.
Wow.
Yeah. So come and check us out. You know, the gallery reception will be this Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Because it's changed.
Because it's changed over, so we have a reception every about 6 weeks.
So the artists there too then?
The artists will be there too. Yep. So come and meet the artists, check out their work, and you know, have a little something to nosh on.
Do you know, are the items in the gallery up for sale?
Yes, most of them are. And you know, I don't know how you price artwork. I would have to ask Julie Faulkner, who handles all of our galleries and is my operations manager. She knows all about pricing art. You know, I don't know how to put a value on something.
I would assume
like
an artist would keep track of the hours it took them to do it.
I would assume. I don't know if there's a system behind it, but that's an interesting question. You know, I don't know whether they pull a number out based on a gut feeling, or whether they sit there with, you know, pencil and paper and go, well, I spent 18 hours on this,
and then
plus materials,
$100 an hour, or $200 an hour, or $500 an hour, or whatever.
Yeah, plus X amount of material dollars and sweat equity and all that. So, and then, you know, so I don't know if it's a process or not, or whether they just, pull a number out based on a gut feeling.
Yeah, let's see, what can I get for this?
This $320 sounds good, yeah. $320.
Okay, Carter Martin is the executive director of the Paradise Center for the Arts. Primarily, he stopped by today to tell us about the Woody Allen production of Don't Drink the Water. Their final 3 performances are tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night at 7:30. And again, you can go on their website and order your tickets. Just click on the button.
You
How
go
cool
to
is that?
tickets, and you'll page down our list of events, find the one you're looking for, and hit the select button, and you go from there. So it's easy. We make it simple. So yeah, come on out, see Don't Drink the Water. For those of you who want to bring your families to a show, we have Z Puppets Rosenschnaz, the Twin Cities Puppeteering and Music Group, coming on Friday, October 2nd. They're doing something called Monkey Mind Pirates, which is all about the sea captain named Captain Fitz, who goes in search of the mysterious island of Calm. And what the show is meant to teach you through music and puppetry and comedy is that there are ways when you get worried and anxious and fearful, there are ways to find calm and peace and a little bit of serenity. And I think that's, something for a group to be teaching that to kids is a great thing.
This kid could use that.
Well, this kid could use it too, I'll tell you. As stressful as our jobs are, Gordy. And I think when you learn that at a young age, you probably get a better handle on it as you get older. And so the earlier you realize that there are ways to deal with, the feelings that you have and the emotions that you have when you get all wound up, that's a great thing. And that's a great thing to be teaching kids.
Small stuff, right?
Yeah, and then somebody, I think, was it Eddie Van Halen, said it's all small stuff, when you step back and look at it, when you get a perspective on it after the fact. So if you can realize that going in, you're ahead of the game.
Couple of productions in December are coming up.
Yeah.
Over the holiday season.
Yep.
Charlie Brown, I believe I saw.
Yeah. The Paradise Community Theater is running a double bill. The whole title is Twice the Cheer This Year, and that's sort of the cover title. And behind that are 2 shows: the Best Christmas Pageant Ever and a Charlie Brown Christmas. So Act 1 is Best Christmas Pageant. Act 2 is Charlie Brown, and these are nice, short, compact, very, very family-friendly, very warm Christmas shows based on the stories you've known. I mean, everybody knows the story of a Charlie Brown Christmas from the 60s TV special, where Charlie Brown's trying to find the meaning of Christmas to get away from the commercial, and how his friend Linus, quotes the verses from the book of Luke and reminds him of what Christmas is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need more of that now, because Christmas seems to get earlier and earlier commercial.
Yeah, well, I used to work retail, and I was always weirded out when the Christmas ornaments from Hallmark started arriving right after the 4th of July. And yeah, you see that. People want you to focus on Christmas earlier and earlier, and it seems just a relentless thing. And so, you either become a Scrooge and you walk away from it altogether and stuff your ears with cotton for a month so you don't have to listen to all the noise, or you live with it and find a way to, find some peace and tranquility in the midst of all the craziness. And coming to the plays is one way to do that, I think.
Yes.
So, and the Charlie Brown Christmas is going to be cast all with kids. So that means we're going to have plenty of room for moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandpas, grandmas, and assorted cousins who want to come and see their kids and their grandkids and nephews and nieces in the show. So
the entire show is kids.
Well, the entire Charlie Brown Christmas half is Best Christmas Pageant Ever is a combination of adults and kids. Apparently, that show's about this very harried couple who are trying to put on a Christmas show, and they are given 3 of the most horrible children in the world to work with. And so they have to deal with these 3 kids and the built-in chaos that comes about as they're trying to get all this crazy energy and focus it outwards for the show. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's in December. And so there's something else to look forward to from the Paradise Community Theater.
And you can get more details on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Website at
ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. So check it out.
Palmer Huff is directing Don't Drink the Water.
Palmer Huff is directing Don't Drink the Water. He was our Salieri in Amadeus, and he was the director of the very popular Rocky Horror Show that PC did a year ago, which it was before my time, so I didn't see it. But
Right.
I understand it was a huge hit. And Palmer has a nice, deft way with this Woody Allen comedy. You know, he's pointed up all the silly jokes and the satire and the irony, and so he's made the actors very aware of how to play the laughs, and so he's done a very good job.
And there are lots of them.
There are lots of them. I mean, you've got you know, this very, very arrogant New Jersey caterer who, you know, thinks he knows what he's doing, and, you know, has the cojones, as it were, to insult a visiting royal sultan.
And who plays that caterer?
Rich Lawson, I think, is his name, and he's you know, very funny guy. You know, he's got the coiled intensity that's necessary for that crazy role.
And you're in the play.
I am. I have a very brief part. I have a 3-line walk-on, and what makes it absolutely crazy is that I play a woman. I play a countess, the Countess Wilhelmina Bordoni, who's a guest at an embassy party, and so
you wear a dress.
I wear a dress and a really crazy wig. Yeah. Do you remember how Harvey Korman used to dress up on the Carol Burnett
sure,
show?
Of course.
It's approaching that look. It's that kind of whacked out look. But so yeah, there's a bra involved, and a dress, and a jacket, and a wig, and low heels, which I had to get used to walking around in again. I don't know how women do that. You know, I really don't.
You don't see many doing it anymore.
Well, no, I mean, culture has changed, and you can get away with wearing flats.
I mean,
but
the old pointed
Oh,
toed
well, yeah.
high heels.
Yeah,
I remember
you still
Mom
see
used
them.
to wear when we were kids.
Oh yeah, you still see them, but these are just, you know, less than, you know, about 1-inch heels, you know, so they're easy to get around in. And you know, I'm out there for about 2 minutes, and
Your ankles jacked up in the air.
nah, not too jacked up, but you
Well,
know,
I'm talking about my mom's
Oh,
old
your
pointed,
mom, yeah.
pointed, you know,
oh sure,
shoes
yeah.
they used to wear in the 60s.
Oh sure, and in the 50s too, you know, while they were working in the kitchen, which is, you know, I can't wrap my head around that concept. You know, somebody said to me, as I was sitting backstage, the stage manager said, well, now you know how a woman feels. And I said, no, I don't. Because women...
You're not a woman.
Well, I'm not a woman. And women in the culture, you know, little girls want to look pretty, and they wear dresses, and they wear shoes, and they get dressed up that way. And little boys go and wear pants, and, you know, there's a cultural norm, which, you know, you see getting, you know, lines are being blurred and crossed all
Sure,
the time
of
now.
course.
But you know, I have no more idea what it's like to be a girl than, you know, any other male you could name.
Just because you put a dress on yourself.
Just because, no, I know what it's like to be a guy sitting there in a dress. That's what I know. So it's a bit of a misnomer to say that I know how a woman feels, because I don't. You know, I mean, unless you're Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner or whatever she's calling herself now. You know.
I don't want to go there.
Let's not go there.
Again.
But yeah, we could talk about gender stereotypes and all that, but that's beyond the scope of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Carter Martin with us today.
We're gonna get philosophical here, you know.
Executive Director of the Paradise Center for the Arts. Purchase your tickets for Don't Drink the Water. Are you close to a sellout on these shows?
No, we got plenty of room left. I wish I could say we were, but you know, there are plenty of good seats left. So yeah, come in, buy your tickets.
There are no bad seats.
There are no bad seats in that house.
I mean, the last production I sat in the very back, very last row.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I have an
Yeah.
hearing issue too, so, and I had no problem.
And what show were you there for?
I can't remember.
Did you come and see Monroe Crossing?
The
Or?
last one that Palmer Huff directed.
Oh, okay, that must have been Rocky Horror last year, or
No,
maybe
no,
maybe it was one of the
this-
one acts this spring, or okay.
No.
No, it doesn't matter.
It was a Merlin Players production.
Oh, it was Merlin Players. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And it was very good.
Yeah.
Very
it
good.
Was.
And as I said, I sat in the very back, and I can't hear real well, and I was fine.
Good. Good. Yeah, there are plenty of good seats left. So, you know, check out our website, paradisecenterforthearts.org. Phone us up, 507-332-7372, extension 1 for the box office. Or stop in and visit us at 321 Central Avenue North.
Yeah.
You know, we'll gladly sell you a ticket.
And if you're not into plays,
If you're not into
that
plays.
sort of thing, you have the gallery, and who doesn't like looking at very good art.
Yeah, come in and look at the art. The art is free. You know, you don't need a ticket for that. But and if that is not your bag, you know, we've got musical offerings. We've got the family show with Z Puppets. We've got comedians Tim Harmston and Shannon Paul on Friday, October 9th. We have the Elvis Tribute Fest the very next night, Saturday, October 10th. And also, I should point out, well, I've still got about 3 minutes here, Gary Rue and the Sensational Sleepers, October 16th, British Invasion music. They were part of Tribute Fest, I think, last year, and they pretty much stole the show.
Okay.
So they're going to be out on Saturday, October 16th, doing what they call Beat Boom Radio, which is all British Invasion music from the about 62 to 66. So
sounds very interesting.
A little something for everybody. Little something for everybody.
That's what the Paradise is all about. I would assume that you're still working on getting next year put together.
Next year is put together. It is.
It's
and,
done.
you know, I'm working with the Daily News folks right now to get the brochure together. I just sent them a whole ton of copy yesterday. So look for that brochure to be in your hands a little after November 1st. That's the mail deadline. So.
Okay. And we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah, we will. I'll be back.
Coming up next year.
Yep.
Make sure you check it out again on the website, ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. And again, it's so cool that we've moved into the year 2015. You can order your tickets online.
Yeah, yep.
Now there's a $3 processing fee.
There is a $3 processing fee, and that goes to cover, you know, our system does, you know, our online system does have a cost attached to it, so, you know, we do pass a little bit of that along to the customer, but, you know, not a great deal. And then, so it's, we feel that it's a very affordable fee, and so if, you know, if you do order online, just be ready for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're paying for the convenience.
You're paying for the convenience, exactly.
Hey, thanks again, Carter.
You're very welcome, Gordy. Glad to be here.
Don't drink the water. Woody Allen production tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night, 7:30 at the Paradise Center for the Arts, downtown Faribault. Tomorrow, some folks will be stopping by from South Central College. We're looking forward to that. On Friday, the Traveling Vietnam Wall is coming to Faribault next year. We'll get details on AM Minnesota Friday, so hope you can all tune in on Friday. Every day, Monday through Friday, AM Minnesota comes your way from 9:30 until 10. You're in tune to KDHL AM in Faribault.